attempt putting him on here. They're roughly the same size, so I'll see if it's at all possible. I don't measure anything, I just do it freehand, but I don't want to bore you, so I'm gonna put it on pause and then just show what kind of progress, if any, I've made. Bobbins, my bunny, just ran up, and when you surprise her, you're like, Bobbins, hi, and then she runs away. She does this little skip, and it's so cute. So I'm not very far along yet, but I haven't done anything in a really long time. When you feel like that nothing's really going right, it doesn't really make you want to, but art therapy is very helpful when you can really just not punish yourself if it's not what you wanted exactly. Don't feel too bad about it. I'm not a perfectionist by any means, but just I wish I had some way to hold it up. Like I said, I don't even know how it's going to turn out, but owls are so very beautiful. I was reading last night about different looking caterpillars and moths, and it's kind of interesting to see which ones turn into which. Something I should have known, but glowworms are firefly larvae. Didn't know that. Should have known that. They glow. But I love fireflies too. But in the daylight, they just look like a normal beetle. They're kind of not too exciting. Let's see. It's not as ugly looking as yesterday, but it is gray and hazy again. I need to get my steps in, so I think it's 3 right now. I think if I get going by 5, I'll be fine. I have lots of other stuff I have to do, but some of it I've just, again, procrastination queen. I didn't realize until I started doing these that the weird shapes. I never really looked at myself that much just to paint my face on. Other than that, my friend's kid, she does amazing art, and I don't know if she ever took any classes other than what was in school. But she's very talented. I have an old painting of the Northern Lights because I love those too. I don't know anyone who doesn't. I'd love to see those in real life. Here, you can see them sometimes, but they're not as bright as in other parts of the world. So, kind of an appley looking face, yeah. Then you have to kind of see, did I make anything the right ish, but not a perfectionist, good with ish. Just everything's fine. I don't ever draw people because teeth look like chiclets when I make them, and eyes are different sizes, and I know Picasso got away with it, but I'm no Picasso. Yeah, I just think art is absolutely anyone can. And if you can relax at all, I say do it. I'm gonna pause for a minute. If she allows it, I want to show a barn owl that my sister did. She is an amazing artist, so is her son. Not bragging on them because it has nothing to do with me, but they're just so very talented. So eyes are just like, when you see them from far away, animals' eyes just look like they're just brown or just black, but they all have the pupil too. This owl has a lot of shading on his eyes, and then the little dots, that's called the life in their eyes, and it just, I wish I had a magnifying glass. I guess I could use the one in my phone, because to really pick up on all of the detailing here, what I usually do is work from a photo. This is from a calendar, so hopefully, I'm not selling this, so I shouldn't be in legal problems for using a photo I did not take. But usually I just take the picture and then kind of piece by piece just keep looking and comparing. And I don't know what real artists do. I'm sure they go out in nature, but how would you ever? They go away pretty fast, and how would you catch them if you didn't have a photo? I mean, I guess if you have a pet owl, poor little cage guy. I feel so bad. The zoo that has owls, it's just, they must have clipped their wings. They can't go anywhere, and oh, poor depressed owls. One day they'll be free. This is going to be slow going if I record the whole Someone pointed out, I do that a lot. It's a side effect of my meds, which are supposed to make my brain work, but that's debatable. But like anyone else, I'm sure everybody could be better. I mean, it's just what you sit and think about, right? That's what I thought. Trying to watch this show on Capote because I know I was reading in the backs of his books that I was reading about his, I want to call it downfall. He was an alcoholic and probably a drug user too. I don't remember, but he gained confidence of these famous people and then did an expose in Esquire magazine, and I'm going to read that eventually. I have it up on my phone on one of my screens. But people would tell him anything. So that article is going to be about this lady who her husband was leaving her and she killed him, but made it look like, and this happens a lot in the true crime shows I watch, where it was a burglar. And so how do people get away with it so often if that happens so much? But they should know that the closest people to you are usually the people that kill you. So that's the first people they question. But some people, they're free for years and years and years. And justice is blind. And if it's run by humans, there's no way of knowing if they're right or wrong. And if they have enough money, they can pay people off. Oh, this is going in a place. Okay, his one eye is getting into shape. Again, if I knew how to edit, I would edit out my just constant stream of talking and fast forward all of this. And I did figure it out once, how to do the speed shutter photography thing, and you would not believe how fast that does go. I painted remember BoJack, that show? I painted him and it was so, but the whole thing went very, very split. It kind of reminded me of claymation, how many painstaking hours they put into just moving. How much time did that Gumby maker guy Gumby creator have? It's just because each tiny increment he had to move. And now everything can be like, you can tell. I did this one day because I do not like what is it even called? Come on, I think. All the fake stuff. I don't like it. And so I said, oh, make me have jeans on, and I put jeans. It can put a Yeti in the background, and it can do any of that. And not a fan. I didn't like when they started doing it in all of the movies instead of, even if the other stuff looked cheesier and faker, I prefer it. I really do. I don't know. Effort should be made. I guess that's how I feel. But then how often do we make the effort? Alright. pause for a minute, try to get his eyes to look sort of, I think that one needs to be more rounded out. But the thing I like about paint is you can just keep going over and over and over again. This is just, oh, his beak is too big. Alright, I have to do some moving. Unfortunately, this doesn't erase very well, but we'll see. See what happens. Yeah. I did start making bracelets. I have some that I like. I'll just show you one that I have here. Some of them are kind of cute. I ended up spending way too much on different beads. I have a whole backpack of... And then the other thing I was working on, I typically have 16 things started. Oh, I hope you didn't see my shorts. Sorry, I'm not camera ready. So the idea with this visor, my sister got it from Mexico. And I like everything to be gaudy, as you can see. And so my idea was to do morning, noon, and night, but I did night in the middle, which it was supposed to be a starry sky, you know. Then I was going to do sunrise and sunset. I guess night got in the middle because that's when I'm usually awake. Yeah, so I found these really cool blue. So I'm thinking, would that look horrible? Because I love this. I don't know which store I found this at. My buddies, they shoot the edges. They love everything. Don't leave anything on the floor that you want later. The only time I got slightly mad at Eli the bunny was when he ruined. I had these huge Christmas lights in the window. They were like old-timey looking, and they would change colors the whole time they were on, and I love them. And he chewed the cord because that's, if it's down there where they are, they're going to chew it. I mean, thank God he wasn't hurt. I never would yell at any pet because they're cute no matter what they ruin, and it's kind of your job, just like if you have a baby, it's your job to keep your possessions out of harm's way. It's not anything they can help, you know. Oh, la 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 la. I should just find some music and put it over this, yeah. And put it on speed. I probably will do none of those things. I've made nothing in months and months and months, and I'm still not camera ready or have anything important to say. I've just been a little bored, and I thought, well, I liked my outfit yesterday, but it was it was a lot. My sister also got me, in addition to that, she got me these huge, colorful, fun earrings, and I had a shirt that I got from Etsy from somewhere in South America. So I barely remembered I had it, and those went together awesome. Awesomely. Okay, so this isn't quite, they're uneven. This isn't quite working. I'm going to figure this out. Give myself a second. Get a better eraser. It's not going any better, but I think they're still very uneven. But if I like the second eye better, which I think I might redo the other one instead of making that one try to match that one, because I don't think I quite got that one. I just wanted to recount the story of what happened the other day, or probably a month ago. So I was walking up this country road out by here, middle of nowhere, which nothing's ever going on, but people pay a lot to get away from things that are going on, so I appreciate being in the middle of nowhere for that reason. And anyway, so this young pony, he was brown, and he was just charging up and down. He kept running towards me and running away from me down this country road, and he was excited. I don't want to say the word, but so I'm kind of glad I didn't tape it for that reason. I don't know how to do a little black bar. And anyway, he wanted to get back in with the other horses, which were at this Amish farm that I was walking past. And so I it was really easy to undo the gate, and I wasn't sure I should do it, but I put him in there. And then I called my friend who, she has cows, which are horses that give milk, basically, so I thought she might know. Did I do a really bad thing? Because if those are his family, like his mom and his sisters, are they going to have like retarded ponies? And what she said is, I would rather have a retarded pony than a dead horse. So I went with that, and it was kind of already, I think I called her before I did it. I don't exactly remember, but, or right after. And I would have never have been able to get him back out of there. But that was the day I was a horse wrangler. So, yeah, so one thing I forgot that I used to always do is work from one edge and just kind of keep going. And in lieu of measuring, that's kind of how I would tell if things were getting in the right place. And yeah, I really need to redo this other eye. I don't know about this. They look different sizes. I'm not thinking that's quite right. I may have to break out a ruler just to put a line across his face so that they are at least even. Because right now I'm afraid they're not at all. Oh no! Interestingly enough, they aren't even. Because of the tilt of his head, I suppose. At least I don't think so. It sort of seems that the nearer one is higher up than the other one, which, yeah, interesting. I know the proper way to do it is you're supposed to graph this out and draw square by square, and then things are supposed to be the way they actually are. But well, I think I want to go outside. It's almost 4 o'clock. It doesn't really look like a lot. I think I'm going to have to put some white paint over so I can actually see where the lines are. I thought I had the eyes where I want them or where they belong, but I'm not sure. I'm already at 17 minutes. I apologize, but I've been at it for an hour, so that puts things a little bit in perspective. To be continued.